Imagine that you're sleeping in your bed at night when you're awakened by a loud noise. You jump out of bed excited because you're expecting to see Santa Claus. You might just catch him putting your presents under the tree. But when you walk into the living room, a chill goes down your spine. This isn't Santa at all. This thing standing before you is tall and hairy. He's got goat-like hooves, wicked horns, and a tongue that's so long, it's practically dragging on the ground. And don't forget those fangs. Now here's the kicker. He's all about his chains, giving them a good thrash, probably to amp up the drama. Legend has it that those chains are not to the Christian church's taming of the devil. Krampus is here, and he sure knows how to make an entrance. Krampus and a few other of his sinister little friends trace back to ancient pagan traditions back before St. Nicholas. St. Nick used to swing by kids' places and basically just dish out the goodies around December 5th or 6th. But his shadowy sidekick, he had a different agenda: punishment. In parts of the Alpine, Austria, and Germany, this meant Krampusnacht, aka Krampus Night, when adults would go full-on Krampus mode and spook kids at home. Imagine kids witnessing a full-on Krampus run, where a fearsome creature dashed through the streets. If Krampusnacht was about scaring kids into good behavior, the Krampusnacht, not tied to a specific date, was grown-ups blowing off steam while still giving kids a good fright. Guess what? This tradition is still alive and kicking today. Okay, so first of all, sorry for the change in lighting. The sun, it got dark on me, so I had to use my actual light. So apologize for the change in lighting. Anyways, as we were talking about Krampus, when visual media took over, Krampus rode that wave too. In the 1890s, when postcards went viral, basically OG viral, Krampuskarten emerged. Hold on to your cozy feelings. These Krampus cards were anything but cuddly. They screamed, "Greetings from Krampus," while showing him stuffing kids into his bag or readying his birch sticks for a whack. Picture after picture depicted Krampus snatching kids away, leading them off in chains, or tossing them into his bag. Now that's one wild postcard scene. For the longest time, Krampus was a hidden gem, a secret from most Americans until 2004. That's when art director and graphic designer Mont Beauchamp dropped a book of Krampus cards and set up an art show inspired by them. Nowadays, Krampus just isn't a myth in the States. He's become a really quirky icon. Etsy's got a whole treasure trove of stuff that has Krampus on it. Krampus might be a new addition to the American scene, but this Alpine legend, original Santa vibes. Now let's talk about Krampusnacht. On December 5th, Krampusnacht kicks off in Germany and throughout Europe. It's the night before the feast of St. Nicholas, and guess what? People go all out, decked in their mischievous, evil Krampus sort of costumes, chasing down naughty kids on the streets. Krampus isn't just there for a show. He gives those kids an earful and hands them bunches of rootin, which are basically twigs, to remember him. And you know what's cool? This bash is actually starting to gain traction in the United States too. It's like a Halloween teaser before diving headfirst into the Christmas cheer. So how did Krampusnacht come to be? Let's take a look at a little timeline. So in the 1500s, Krampusnacht begins. John J., I'm going to butcher his last name, and I'm sorry, Honningham writes about a festival where horned devils rampage through the streets during his time in Erdnany, a town nestled Austria. In the 1800s, Krampus makes his Christmas card debut in Europe. Folks send out holiday cards featuring none other than Krampus himself, often portrayed ominously, towering over children. In 1932, Austria puts the brakes on Krampusnacht. under the rule of the Dolphus government. Krampusnacht, with all its fiery festivities, gets the boot. Not only that, but they're on a pamphlet spree, okay? Warning everyone about how downright wicked Krampus supposedly is. Now, in the 1950s, Krampusnacht made a comeback. Yay! Once the Dolphus government was history, the Krampus tradition sprang back to life. And guess what? It's been going strong ever since. What are some common Krampusnacht activities, or Krampus night activities? One thing that you would typically see people doing on this Krampusnacht would be giving a schnapps tribute. As men decked out in their best Krampus style, it's tradition to offer them a splash of schnapps. And next, another popular thing would obviously be to embrace the Krampus look. What beats celebrating Krampusnacht than transforming into Krampus himself? People put on their best spooky Krampus costume and rampage through the streets in it. And then they throw like a costume extravaganza where they vote for like the best Krampus of the year. Now let's end this off with some fun Krampus facts. Krampus, the clawed one. The term Krampus actually traces back to the ancient Germanic word krampen, meaning claw, nodding to the menacing appearance of this legendary figure. Krampus and Saint Nicholas came together, so when Saint Nicholas came, Krampus was there behind him as well. You have St. Nicholas for the good kids, and then you have Krampus for the bad ones. Krampus is literally a media star. Krampus isn't just chilling in the streets. He's taken the media by storm, gracing obviously greeting cards, video games, and even movies. As Krampusnacht gains fame, so does this legendary figure in pop culture. So next time you hear the jingle of bells or a glimpse of furry figure in December, don't mistake it for Santa. Remember, behind the horns and the chains lurks a mischievous Krampus, the yin to Santa's yang. From old traditions to modern pop culture, Krampus isn't just a legend. He's the dark side of the holidays we can't help but love. Thanks for joining me on this wild Krampus ride. Until next time, stay naughty, stay nice, and embrace the holiday spirit, Krampus style. Bye!